And the only session I could actually find sacred was in the morning, because your phone wasn't ringing. You weren't getting a meme on Instagram that would send you down a spiral for an hour. You know, like if you're up at 5 and you can just get moving, just take the first steps, get in the car. By 7 o'clock, the training is done. And that feeling is the best feeling. And I don't practice what I preach. And I always do it after I get into a habit of it. I'm like, this is the best feeling ever. It's 7 o'clock. I feel fantastic. The training is done. And then I still, every third day, go, I'll stay in bed. But that's because I'm just off.
No, you have to stick it out. You have to stick it out.
But it is one of those things. And people who are looking to do that change, it's something that's worth doing. It is 100%. Hard. It is hard to build that habit. They say it takes 3 weeks, 4 weeks to build a habit. But that's sacred time. And it's something we have, anytime I've really taken my training serious, it's been morning training that has really got me there.
But Sean, you're right too. Like it's much more difficult in the winter. Like I stood out the front this morning and the fucking hedges are blowing everywhere. It's pissing rain. It's black dark, and you're like, oh man. But I run up the end of the road and there was some fella hanging over a gate waiting on a lift at building site, and I was like, morning, and he's like, oh. I was like, you know what? I have chose to do this. He's out here because he has to, like, you know what I mean? So I quickly felt good about myself. I was like, hey, that's all right. It could be worse. It could be him.
Yeah, jeez, that is fair play. But I don't know. Like, I'm in a way, I have that excuse because I do be in work myself 6 o'clock in the morning. But then again, I'm on a set schedule of like most of my mornings at 6 o'clock. I'm in the gym and I finish probably 2 or 3 or evening class, stuff like that. But you managed to come in at 6 o'clock, and then you're afterwards. You run your own sports massage therapy as a clinic, and you do that as well. Bit of a selfish question. And next, when you first had kids, did you think, and you're only getting back into running, did you think you might have to have knocked that on the head first, or this going to come in a couple of years' time, or was it something to push through to keep going? Especially the amount of miles you're doing a year, because we could like I said, you're doing 120 miles a week. So off the top of your, like, think about that straight away, and then managing newborn, managing your own business as well, which I've kind of done little bits of in the past, is like that alone can take up your entire mind space and be not do any training at all. Like some of my worst times my worst shape has probably been in when I was doing a PT, because I was trying to manage all that. Yeah, you're doing that. The kids come along and that balance word. What's that? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, when these things first happen, your initial idea is like, oh God, what am I going to do now? Right, number one, my wife is unbelievable. Like, she's so good at helping me balance everything, because she'd be like, right, in her head, this is a team thing. She's like, is this what you want to do? Is this what we're going to do as a household? Let's do it. Let's put all in. When I come out from a run every day, she's made 3 kids, sitting, dressed, eating their breakfast, everything done. I walk in, say hello to them, I get a shower. So number one, that's keeping a massive balance. If I was with a different person or the wrong person, that wouldn't happen. So she's a massive part of it. You try and break it in. You try and break everything into as many smaller, simple things as you can. For me, it's family, work, and running. So if I can just keep the 3 of those okay, just try so hard just to keep everything else out of the way. I'm not into any other sports. I'm not into going to watch football matches in the pub. I'm not into going out. I don't have anything else. I don't care about anything else. So if the family's okay and Michelle's helping me keep that whole thing balanced, I'm working and I do my set hours every day, which is like so many hours in the morning. I leave a gap in case I need to train again at lunch. So many hours in the evening. When I come in again, she's got the dinner made, the kids are down. It's just finding that wee routine. And I have had lads who are like, oh Jesus, I've got a kid coming, that's my training out the window. Number one, you're just trying to find a new routine.